In the years leading up to 490 BC, the Persian Empire under Darius I had expanded vastly, controlling lands from the fringes of Europe to the fringes of India. When Greek cities in Ionia, on the coast of modern-day Turkey, revolted against Persian rule, some city-states in Greece, notably Athens and Eretria, provided support. Darius viewed this as a betrayal and resolved to punish them. In 490 BC, Darius dispatched a large expeditionary force under commanders Datis and Artaphernes across the Aegean Sea, reportedly involving as many as 600 ships carrying perhaps 25,000 infantry plus cavalry and naval crews. Before landing on Attica, the Persian fleet attacked islands and cities in the Aegean, enforcing submission, punishing resistors, and demonstrating force. Among these conquests was Eretria, which was sacked before the Persians moved toward Athens. In early September 490 BC, the Persian army made landfall on the coast of the bay near Marathon, about 25 to 26 miles, around 40 kilometers northeast of Athens. This landing marked the beginning of the confrontation on Greek soil. The threat galvanized the Athenians. Alongside a small force from Plataea, the Athenians mobilized roughly 10,000 to 11,000 hoplite infantry to march toward Marathon and block the Persian advance. The Athenians requested help from the powerful city-state Sparta by sending their runner Phidippides, but the Spartans declined to move immediately because of a sacred festival that forbade military action until the full moon. Thus, Athens had to face the Persians largely on its own. For several days, both armies remained face-to-face across the plain, engaging only in minor skirmishes and psychological tension. The Persians hesitated to attack the strong Greek position on high ground, while Greeks were wary of Persian cavalry superiority on open ground. Eventually, the Greek leadership under Miltiades decided on a daring plan. Rather than remain passive, they would charge the Persian infantry while their cavalry was absent. This gamble rested on surprise, speed, and the superior close combat ability of hoplites. To maximize their advantage, Greeks extended their battle line to match the width of the Persians, but with fewer ranks in the center and reinforced wings. This unusual formation was intended to prevent envelopment and set up a pincer-like attack. On the morning of the battle, September 12, 490 BC, Greek hoplites lifted their bronze shields and advanced toward the Persian lines. According to ancient accounts, some 8 stades, roughly 1.5 kilometers, separated the armies when the Greeks began, and they ran the distance, minimizing exposure to Persian archers. Once they closed in, shields locked and spears braced, Greek hoplites engaged the Persian infantry in brutal melee. Persian archers and light troops, once unable to repel, were cut down as the hoplites pressed forward. As the battle raged, Greek wings began pushing forward faster than the center. Once the flanks overwhelmed the lighter Persian troops, they wheeled inward toward the center of the Persian formation, surrounding them from both sides. Encircled and under fierce attack from multiple sides, the Persian formation collapsed. Discipline broke down. Confusion and panic spread. Many Persian soldiers began to flee toward the coast, abandoning their ranks. Greek hoplites did not relent. They pursued fleeing Persians all the way to their ships on the beach. In the resulting chaos, many more Persians were cut down as they attempted to embark. The retreat turned into a massacre. According to ancient sources, about 6,400 Persians were killed, while Greek casualties were minimal, approximately 192 Athenians, plus a few from Plataea. Despite the disaster on land, much of the Persian fleet managed to escape. Only a handful of ships, reportedly 7, were captured by Greeks. The rest withdrew, some attempting to sail around Cape Sunion toward Athens. Once victory was secured, the exhausted Greek army did not linger. They quickly marched back toward Athens, predicting that Persians might attempt a surprise attack on the undefended city. Their return likely reached just in time to defend the city. The Greeks buried their dead on the battlefield. At least one burial mound, tumulus, was erected, and one such mound at Marathon reportedly still exists today. The stunning victory dispelled the myth of Persian invincibility. For Greece, especially Athens, it was a momentous demonstration that a determined citizen army could defeat a vast imperial force. This emboldened Greek morale, political confidence, and sense of identity. The battle quickly gained legendary status. It was commemorated in monuments, art, sculpture, and literature. For instance, the Greek dramatist Aeschylus, who fought at Marathon, later wrote a play named The Persians, inspired by these events. While the Persians were not permanently expelled, the defeat at Marathon stalled Persian westward expansion, at least temporarily. It marked the first major setback for the Achaemenid ambitions in mainland Greece. A later legend tells that a messenger ran from the battlefield at Marathon to Athens, approximately 40 kilometers, to announce the victory, then collapsed and died, inspiring the modern marathon race. However, this story is not confirmed by ancient sources. Original accounts indicate that the runner from Athens to Sparta, before the battle, was sent, not after. Ultimately, the Battle of Marathon stands as a turning point in ancient history. It proved that a free citizen army, fighting for homeland and freedom, could defeat one of the largest empires of the time. This victory helped preserve Greek political independence and set the stage for the later cultural and political flowering of Greece.